Are these headphones the best Sony headphones for you to buy on a budget? Let's find out. Hey everyone, my name is Jay and welcome back to the JayTech channel, and today we're going to be looking at the Sony ULT Wear headphones and we're going to take you through the features, my pros and cons, and do I think these are worth buying, and also an unboxing video. Let's get straight in with it. So I think the first thing that obviously makes sense is we're going to do the unboxing video, then we'll come into the features. Let's get straight in with the unboxing. So as you can now see, we're about to open up the box. So as soon as we open it, you'll see there's a box inside the box. It's typical for these products. Inside that box, you'll see a carrying case. You'll also see some sort of warranty and instruction manual in the bottom of the box. Those are very important because those are the things that you're going to need to actually warranty this product. I think you've got around about I think it's like a 1-year warranty. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. Then inside of that carrying case, you're then greeted with the headphones. The headphones are folded, they do fold, so just in case you're wondering if they're broken, no they're not. They do fold backwards and in. I can't remember which way it works, but I think it's in, and they also swivel as well. Now, not just only you get that, you also get a USB Type-C to A for you to charge it. Thank goodness this is USB Type-C. And also you get a 3.5mm jack for you to plug it into your phone, your MacBook, or your laptop, whatever you have that needs a external headphones, but can't be wireless, but can be wired. Now let's talk about the features of the Sony ULT Wear, but before we do that, let's talk about where does this stand inside of the Sony headphone brand. Well, this stands right in the middle of the Sony X5s and in the middle of the Sony X4s. Now, you probably have heard about those two headphones before. The Sony X5s is the higher end top tier headphones from Sony, and the X4s are just down below that. Well, this now sits right in the middle with having exceptional audio quality. Now, the first features that I think we should talk about is the brand new chip that's inside these headphones. Now, these are technically the same as the X5s. It comes with a V1 chip, which allows you to have excellent noise cancellation with also wind reduction. Now, as you can see, there is a load of microphones on the corner of these things. There'll be a B-roll now showing the microphones. These microphones are for wind reduction. Now, we'll talk more about wind reduction and noise cancellation in just a moment. Let's come onto the microphones again. This has what Sony likes to call ambient mode, which is, in normal world, it's transparency mode. This allows you to hear your surroundings way more better and allows you to have your headphones on but still hear everything around you. Now, if you would like to take these Sony ULT Wear headphones to the next level and you want to use the automatic modes or any other features, you're going to need to have the Sony control app on your phone. Once you've paired them up, these things are technically yours to customize. First off, let's talk about the adaptive mode. This allows you to switch between transparency and noise cancellation without doing anything on the button. It will automatically detect where you are, and it will detect if you're on a train, you're sitting down, or you're standing up, or you're walking, and it will start to adjust it to what it's supposed to be. So currently, as I'm sitting down, you can see it's detecting and it's thinking that I'm sitting down now, which will turn on my noise cancellation. That's due to the fact of what I set it to. Now let's move on to some of the other features that you should know about the headphones. The next thing is comfortability. These headphones are very comfortable and probably one of the most comfortable headphones I've ever tried. These do have a very plush leather on it, and also one thing I can say is that you can't feel the drivers on the inside. We'll come onto the driver in just a minute because I feel like that's very important for the audio quality. The next thing that we have is, again, a headrest, which is made out of premium leather, it seems like. Also, these things do open up, they're extendable, and you can see there is like a metal in here with two plastic pieces, and I assume this is for just reliability and just overall stability on the headphones. These do come with a 40mm driver inside of it, which means that you are going to get a load of audio quality, and to be honest, for them to fit a 40mm driver inside of these headphones is ridiculous. That also brings us onto the Alt button that is on the corner of the headphones. We'll talk about this more in detail in the pros feature because this is also one of my pros, but the Alt button allows for 3 different modes: off, Alt 1, Alt 2. This technically gives you more bass each and every time you increase. Alt 1 is very subtle. It's a very subtle low frequency that's just a little bit boosted. Then Alt 2 allows you to have the ultra bass, and also it boosts up those low frequencies very, very high. One thing I can say about these headphones is that they do not rattle inside of your head. This is like solid pure bass you're hearing. One more feature about these headphones is the battery life. This thing comes with up to 30 hours of battery life, and I can say you could charge this up and probably get a couple of hours within it, which is probably in around about half an hour. Now, these do have some more features obviously within the sound control app. Obviously, I'm not going to take you through all of that right now, but I can state that it does have auto EQing. It does also have a few more features as well inside of the app. Also, I would recommend also having that safety feature on just in case, because these things do get pretty loud in your ears. I will say that. Okay, let's move on to some of the pros about these headphones from my personal experience of using these. One of the first pros is the exceptional audio quality. Obviously, this comes with a 40mm driver, which means that you're getting exceptional bass and also high and low frequencies, and also there's mid frequencies as well. Nothing is lost even with using the Sony technology DSEE function, which technically allows for you to not lose any of your audio during compression. These headphones are not just only good just straight out of the box without not doing any sort of EQing, but if you do use the sound control app, as you can now see, you could use the sound control app and you could use the auto EQing function. Now, moving on from the exceptional audio quality, the Alt button is another good feature and functionality of these headphones that I find as a pro. Obviously, I don't use these that often, meaning the Alt button, but I will say that when I do want a little bit of more bass, all I have to do is put it onto Alt 2 and I get exceptional bass. Probably it blows my head off sometimes, but it's perfectly fine. Now let's move on to the second pro that I have about these, and it comes to the noise cancellation and transparency mode. These are very good, especially for when I'm going down the road, especially in busy cities and towns. Now, one of the things I can say about these is obviously having that V1 chip inside of it means that wind reduction, especially in a windy place like London, it allows for me to not even hear that much wind in my ears. Obviously, I'll feel it on my head if I don't have a hat or whatever on, but I won't be able to hear that wind in the headphones, which is very, very good. Obviously, the transparency mode is something else, which Sony likes to call ambient mode. This technically allows me to have the headphones on all the time and allows me to hear ongoing traffic, construction, anything that's going on in my area. One thing I will say though about the transparency mode or ambient mode, whatever you like to call it, is that the sound control app is needed for you to boost the microphone up to +20, which allows you to hear your full surroundings. There's a few more things I do like about the transparency mode, which is that if you are not one of those that want to actually have your full surrounding, you can just isolate a few things out. Obviously, that is done from doing one simple click inside the app, bring it down to probably +10, and you'll be perfectly fine. And I think one of the most important things about a pair of headphones is the ease of use, and not just only that, but the case as well. The ease of use of it is that you could take it out the case, plop them on your head, put it on, and it's automatically connected. It has quick connection inside of it already, which means that it can connect to any sort of device within a matter of seconds. Not just only that, but I also like the fact of that you could double click the noise cancellation and ambient mode button, and it's a quick action button. This allows it to automatically open up Spotify and start playing music, or even your music provider, and start playing music automatically from it, even without you using your phone. It plays your track that you've recently played, and then it will continue on from there. Another ease of use function of these headphones is the touch control. I'm able to literally still have these on, not be fiddling about where's the button for the headphones or what's the button for what. I just double click the button to play and pause. I could even answer a call from here. I could do everything from these headphones. And that's one of the things I really do love about them, is the ease of use and functionality of them. Another thing I should state is the casing. Obviously, with some of the cheaper headphones from Sony, you're not going to get a case with. These do come with a luxury case. Obviously, these do sort of like line up with the X4s and the X5, as I previously said. One thing I can say about these headphones is that the casing does have instructions of how to fold these in. Sometimes I do get them wrong, but apart from that, you'll be fine. Obviously, this does come up with a 3.5mm headphone jack as well, which means that you're able to still connect these to a wire or to a MacBook or whatever you have that needs a wired connection. Now let's talk about the con I have about these headphones, and that is the adaptive sound mode. But I will state that these things are very dangerous to have with that switched on. Obviously, as I said before, it is an automatic function, but the functionality sometimes does disappoint me. Let me explain. An example I could give you is I'm walking down the street, all of a sudden, my noise cancellation switches on. Bear in mind, I already have ambient mode on, which allows me to hear my full surroundings. All of a sudden, my noise cancellation switches on for around about 3 seconds, and then it switches back to transparency mode. Unusual. Another example is even when I am standing at a traffic light or I'm waiting for the traffic to stop moving, these things don't switch back to transparency mode. Sometimes they even lock inside of noise cancellation mode and I can't do anything about it. Even if I press the override button, which is the noise cancellation and ambient mode button, it still doesn't do anything. That is something that I feel like should be fixed, and probably it's just my product or probably the way I set it up things. But obviously, if that's not the case, then these things can be very dangerous. Bear in mind, I haven't even spoke about the pricing just yet. As we're going on to pricing, I best prefer to speak about how much they actually cost. These things are slam £119 from the Sony website, from as far as I've done and from as far as this being recorded. Now, obviously, these are very good for the price. I do kind of like these. If you turn off the adaptive sound control, you'll be perfectly fine. These are very good for the audio quality and even just, as I said before, the ease of use of it. Now, obviously, do I recommend these above the X5s or the X4s? Yeah, I do. And the reason why, again, is all of the pros and all the features I've said. This is actually one of the cool features about these, is that you don't have to spend too much money to get a good pair of headphones. If you're looking for decent headphones to buy, I'd actually recommend you buying Sony ULT Wear headphones. If you're a bass lover as well, these are very good as well. I'll leave the link in the description for you to buy these headphones. There will be a couple of links. There'll be some from Amazon and there'll be some from the Sony website. And that is it for today's video. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed it. There's going to be so much more unboxings and reviews on this channel, and hopefully you guys stick around. Comment down below if you're going to buy a pair of these headphones, or if you're not going to, or if you already do, what kind of problems or good features you find about these headphones. Also, if I forgot anything, let me know inside the comment down below. And also, I can't wait to see you in 2025. Anyway, this has been your boy Jay, and I hope to see you in another JayTech video. Peace.